Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Senior Living with Syed. I'm Syed Rizvi, a certified dementia practitioner and a certified senior advisor. So we are a certified dementia specialist providing memory care living options for people with dementia at no cost to families using proprietary cost-saving tools. Today we have Edward Kraft. He is a senior lifestyle director with the senior community here in Houston. We're going to talk to Edward and understand more about what the role of a senior lifestyle director or an activity director is at a community.
My name is Edward Kraft and I am the Senior Lifestyle Director at Landing at Augusta Woods. So I got started in the senior healthcare industry at the age of 15. I was forced to play my saxophone with the church choir. My dad sang in the choir. And it was around Christmas time that he and the choir were singing around different senior living communities in Spring, Texas. And I did not want to play for any of these people because I was a bratty 15-year-old and I was like, they're old people, they're weird, they smell. I did not want to do it. Again, I was forced into playing, and after the third building we performed at, I played the song Jingle Bells, and a lady in a jerry chair sitting in the front row with her knitted blanket looked at me and she said the F word, and I fell in love with her, and I sat with her and she started cursing more. And I thought that was the coolest thing because it was in front of my dad, the choir, the church, and just fell in love with seniors at that moment and was a volunteer for many years. So together I've been in the senior healthcare industry going on 19 years this year. After volunteering for about 4 years in high school and somewhat in college, I entered the senior healthcare industry professionally as an activities assistant, driver, and concierge, all three positions, and kind of just fell in love with what the industry could offer and the responses I was getting from the residents we were providing care from, and I've been doing it ever since. So a typical lifestyle director or activities director, our role is to provide engagement and life in the community, whether that's scheduling different activities like bingo, happy hour, different outings, games, entertainment in the community, from morning to the evening times, making sure that they're engaged in some form of activity. I am passionate about elevating our seniors and making sure that they know that we actually care about them. That one of the unique things about me is the fact that I love to get to know each and every single resident as individuals and learn everyone's stories, because as long as I've been doing this, you see what I refer to as the 3 B's of activities, which I say are bingo, Bible, and booze. Everyone has a Bible study of some sort, everyone has a happy hour, and everyone always plays bingo. And those things, if you want longevity in the senior healthcare industry as an activities professional, can get so annoyingly tiring because you're doing the same thing, everyone's doing the same thing. But if you focus on the individuals you're providing care for, you get these unique stories that you can implement into your program. So an example of that would be the fact that in a memory care community I used to work for, I had a resident that used to have these different types of behaviors. She would cry, she would point out all these other residents, and she was like, I'm not like these people. And she would hand out her resume to every resident and every person that walked in. Come to find out, she was a former Rice University professor. She was the first woman to serve in Pearland City Council. Long story short, I had the residents and in partnership with different organizations like Lowe's or Home Depot to beautify the courtyard where she loved to spend time in. And I asked Pearland City Council to proclaim her birthday, which is April 22nd or 25th, as her day in the city of Pearland, because she was also a founder of Keep Pearland Beautiful. So we worked with that organization to beautify that courtyard of that community, and to see the response that she had with this ongoing program. I think it took us a couple months to beautify this courtyard, and to have that proclamation hanging on the wall. We use that as a tool to say, yeah, you're not like everybody else. Look at all these list of accomplishments. I think that's something that's pretty unique to me as an activities professional, but also to what kind of work activity directors do. My advice for someone who's wanting to become an activities director is, number one, be creative. Think outside of the box and don't limit yourself. Because typically we limit ourselves because we're scared of hurting a resident or an activity failing. And I can tell you, in my entire 19-year career as an activity professional, a lot of my activities have failed, but it was during that failure that as an activities director and as the residents, we had a really great time in those failed attempts of activities. My other advice would be, our seniors need a purpose, and to give them that purpose. So if you're limiting yourself by being afraid and not being creative, you're also going to limit the residents. We all have that desire to help one another. We all have that desire to have a purpose. And if we think of activities as a purpose-driven life, and you're looking at each and every single individual, and you're looking at all the different types of activities that you can do throughout the day, think of how a resident can be plugged into those different roles. And what I mean is, if you're having a birthday party, can a resident make a birthday cake? If they can, let's have them do that. Can a resident make a banner for the birthday party? If they can, then let's do that. If a resident can host the party, let's have them do that. Or let's take it to another extreme. If a resident that's living with dementia has a background as a carpenter, most activity directors are going to shy away from using power tools or power drills or any type of tools. But don't do that, because they have procedural memory of how to use these type of devices, probably more so than you, and can teach you a couple things. And be creative in your activities program. For example, if you have that carpenter, they can help you paint the building. They can help you paint a room. They can help you make a make ready. If a new resident is moving into the community, they can help clean. They can help do all sorts of different things. Just don't limit yourself and don't be afraid to try. The industry has changed a lot since I started. When I started in senior living, we were still coming out of that clinical model where the residents were treated like a patient at a hospital, and we were moving towards the whole hotel model where we do everything for you. And if you've ever been on vacation for too long, sometimes you have that urge and that need to just go home, which you start seeing behaviors in the residents, and that's kind of not the best quality of life. Also, we're now moving into this age where we're focused on the purpose of the resident in the community at large, which I think is wonderful, and I think is about time that we do that. And it's really cool and interesting to see how much more active our seniors are, and also how much more tech savvy our seniors are. So as we have started to evolve into technology, it's really cool to be able to implement things like having a cell phone class, how to use an iPhone, how to use Facebook, and what the heck is TikTok. I'm a part of way too many organizations, I would say. One being, I'm a co-chair for the Elder Service Providers Network. I am an educator for a nonprofit organization called Elder Grow, which brings indoor gardening to people living with dementia. I'm also an advisor for a fitness group for seniors called Great Age Movement, where we do different fitness classes at the Health Museum here in Houston, and also we are building senior playgrounds across town. And I know that's not typical for an activities director to be a part of all these different organizations, but I think being a part of several organizations and growing my name, I think that it helps my activities program to flourish, and also I think it really helps my mission of growing the awareness that old people are cool, because if somebody that started when they were 15 and now I'm 33 can really push that message that old people are cool, I think it's really important just to get more involved. Some of my hobbies are, I love naps. I bought a weighted blanket and I sit on my couch and I binge watch all the shows on Netflix just to take my mind off everything. I'm also very involved in the musical theater world and just wrapped up the national tour of Cats the Musical as a merchandise salesperson. And I am really into fitness and really into cycling, which is more so recently. And I've been obsessed with cooking and baking cookies and stressed eating those cookies.
Well, that was Edward Kraft. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed listening to him. He's really an interesting and a very happy person to talk to. I hope you get to meet him one day if you're in the Houston area. But that's all we have on this show today. I'll be back with another guest on my next episode. Look forward to meeting you then. You stay safe, take care, and goodbye for now.